Welcome to ODTV. My name is Chad Rim, and I'm here with Carla Dugan.
Over the summer, renovations began at Clark Central High School. Although construction ushers in new hopes for the school, students now are discovering the consequences that come with it.
4 weeks into the school year, renovational construction continues to affect Clark Central High School students. Students have found that navigating from class to class isn't an easy task.
Well, my route is a little longer. For example, I have to go out to the old freshman hallway, and there is no longer a hallway from this building to that one, so I have to go all the way across the building to door near the media center, go all the way outside, then go up the stairs. It's a bit complicated.
Man, I'm late to class all the time.
I got class in the old building, I gotta go all the way to the new building, I be late, they be working retarded.
I'm walking, I get hit by 3 things of dust, and I can't see now. And now my teacher wondering why I'm late to class.
Well, a lot of times I have to go from upstairs in the language hall to like these hallways or to the cafeteria, and it's just like a really long walk.
The construction is shown not only to cause tardies, but other problems as well.
Well, anytime you have a major construction project during school, in the middle of a school year, it's a lot of things to get used to. I think the biggest difference is it's almost like the buildings are separated into different islands, and there's a lot of walking involved. The students get from point A to point B. You also have to be very careful because it's dangerous, a lot of dangers.
Many teachers and administrators are aware of this dilemma and are doing everything they can to make construction less of a distraction to learning.
We try to communicate to all the teachers that it's really hard to navigate this building in 5 minutes, especially when you're going from like the West Wing back to the main building and out dealing with our freshmen out in the learning village going to PE. So the teachers are mindful of the fact, because just like the students, they have to walk the building to get from place to place, and they should be aware that it's really hard to maneuver this building in 5 minutes.
In the first of his reoccurring segment of the year, Rigel Turner talks about what it means to be bisexual at Clark Central.
Telling people that I'm a bisexual is at best an ordeal. I'm always met with questions. Which do you like more? What do you think of me? Does your girlfriend know? Less commonly, why? Having you, the core of you, questioned is degrading. As a bisexual, I am subjected to the same hateful ignorance that the rest of the LGBTQ community deals with, but also a different prejudice. I am questioned. I am questioned from every angle and by everyone. By everyone, I mean everyone. Fellow members of the queer community question us. Liberals question us. Homophobes and allies alike call us fake, undecided, and confused. Just figure it out. You're obviously gay. Pick a side. It is, in a literal way, a questioning of my existence. A crescendo of, you do not, cannot exist. According to the Collins English Dictionary, biphobia is the aversion towards bisexuals or bisexuality, which may include negative stereotyping or the denial of the existence of bisexuals. Identity denial. We fight for our rights besides the rest of the LGBTQ community. We are literally part of the LGBTQ, and still we are called fake gays. Clark Central High School, advertised by the community as the social melting pot of Athens, is no better than the rest of the South. Anyone with a brain can see that our school is rampant with homophobia. In a conversation with a few boys in my advisement, I brought up my sexuality. They paused, and one of them said, "You do you, just don't walk behind me." I'm relatively used to this quiet bigotry, a side effect of living in Georgia. However, I was shocked by his immediate assumption that I was sexually out to get him. He knew enough about me to assume that I was attracted to men, nothing more. A girl, coincidentally in another advisement, overheard me talking about my sexuality to a friend and said, "But, guys can't be bi." "Why?" I responded. "I don't know. It's just weird. Are you sure you aren't just gay?" With the publication of this editorial, my parents will find out that their son is a bisexual. Why haven't I told them? Because I don't have the energy to explain myself to another pair of curious people. We just want our identities to be respected. We aren't gay. We aren't confused. I am a bisexual, and telling people shouldn't be an exhausting experience. I'm begging you, show us the respect afforded to everyone else. Let us define who we are.
As the annual homecoming game neared, Clark Central hosted a community pep rally at Billy Henderson Stadium. Here's Julie Allpaul with the coverage.
In anticipation of the homecoming game Friday, Clark Central students and the community gather in Billy Henderson Stadium for a pep rally. The pep rally began with a song from the band while cheerleaders cheered along on the field. Then the homecoming court was announced, followed by a few words from the football team. The band played a final number to bring the pep rally to a close. Junior Fatine Torre shares her thoughts on the event.
It was really good. The band was good. And a couple of people talked, the football players.
This has been Julie Alpaw for Odyssey Online.
Thanks, Julie. We'll be back after this message.
Each Monday, reading, dancing, and singing come together at the Athens-Clarke County Library in a program called Children's Bedtime Stories. The library organizes fun activities to inspire curiosity of literature in young children. Here's a segment with more information.
Every Monday night at 7 p.m., the Athens-Clarke County Library holds children's bedtime stories in the story room. The program uses hands-on activities to engage children and build a foundation in learning. Here, children are encouraged to use their different senses to discover the world of literature.
For us, it's really helping kids get excited about reading, helping them work on their literacy skills. Some of the songs we use over and over so they can learn just through repetition. A lot of the songs, they can practice their numbers, their letters, really just helping kids learn to read and get excited about reading.
The children take a sense of confidence from the program, whether it be confidence in learning, speaking, or coming out of their comfort zone.
She's always had an interest in reading, but she sings the songs a lot, and if I sing them, they really like it because it's familiar to them.
Well, they love to sing the songs, and they love reading the books, because he gets to get different books than what he has at home.
Children are not the only ones who take something from the event. Parents take advantage of the many benefits the children's bedtime stories has to offer.
I think parents like that it's a free program. It being Monday nights, it works for most working parents to be able to come to the program.
This time one's great because my husband actually works the night shift for the police department, so it gives us something to do at night to kill the hours that he's away.
The library plans to continue to spark children's interest in literature for years to come.
In recent years, the homecoming dance at Clark Central has lost popularity. This year, the dance was canceled due to issues involving student government and funding. Here's Carla Dugan with the coverage on how the dance was put back on.
Outside of Clark County, homecoming is regarded as one of the most memorable events of high school. Although once celebrated, today this spirit is not found at Clark Central. In fact, the homecoming parade was canceled last year, and no plans have been made to bring it back. This year the dance was canceled, but saved by a group of concerned parents and students.
Well, what is high school without a homecoming?
The problem began with the renovations at the school. Hooker and others were concerned with the safety of students as construction surrounds the cafeteria, where the dance is normally held.
The issue for me, as well as with Officer Reed, was the safety issue of having the kids dropped off where the buses are, walk all the way down here to the end, and you have some issues there with the construction.
Another issue is that the sponsor for SGA stepped down with no replacement. Hooker said that without SGA, no one else had time to organize the dance. A group of parents and students decided to step up to the challenge. Junior Sage O'Reilly, Oglethorpe Elementary School teacher Happy Farber, and Clark Central parent Christy O'Reilly have worked to bring the homecoming dance back. They worked with Dr. Hooker to raise money, increase student interest, and reach out to the community for donations of food and music.
One parent who's been, spearheading this would be Ms. Happy Farber. She's a teacher within the school district here, and she was saying she could get a DJ, she could get parents to get donations together.
Farber worked with Hooker to get approval for their plans. Christy O'Reilly focused on advertising and fundraising. O'Reilly set up a GoFundMe account where people can donate online. This account, along with sales tickets, should be enough to cover the expenses.
We have no access to any of the funds that have typically been used for homecoming. So we started out with a zero balance unless we sell tickets. And so, the more participation there is, obviously, the more ticket sales and the better homecoming we can put on.
Parents and students are excited about what this homecoming dance has in store.
It's going to be something like no other homecoming dance before, really. It's not just going to be two little speakers on either side of the DJ. It's going to be a lot more. And we have King of Pops coming to give out free popsicles. Larry's Giant Subs has donated some sub sandwiches. Publix has given us stuff for popcorn. So there's going to be a popcorn machine, and there's lots of other surprises.
This has been Carla Dugan for Odyssey Online.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of ODTV. Follow us on Twitter at Odyssey News Mag and like us on Facebook. Additional content can be found on odysseynewsmagazine.net. This has been Chad Rim
and Carla Dugan for Odyssey Online.